Stop for a second and go get your change. Check your pocket, your car, the jar on the counter. I will wait, because this is nothing like the treasure stories I usually bring you. This coin is not locked in a museum, and it is not one of 5 in the world. This coin was made 673 million times. It is probably inside your house at this very moment, and one of them sold for enough money to buy a decent used car. Here is how that happened. In the early 1980s, the United States government made one small, boring decision that almost nobody noticed. No headlines, no scandal, just a budget line quietly crossed out. And that single decision accidentally turned an ordinary quarter into one of the most valuable modern coins in America. Stay with me, because by the end of this video you will know exactly how to spot one. Let us start with the number that makes no sense. In 1983, the Philadelphia Mint struck 673 million Washington quarters. 673 million. That is more than 2 quarters for every man, woman, and child alive in the country at the time. A coin like that should be worthless forever. And yet, a 1983p quarter in perfect condition is genuinely rare. In the grades that collectors chase, it is harder to find than coins with mintages 1,000 times smaller. To understand why, you have to understand what almost nobody bothered to save. Every single year since 1947, the United States Mint had packaged up a small set of brand new, untouched coins and sold them to collectors. It sounds like a minor thing. It was not. Those sets froze a handful of coins from every year in perfect condition. They are the reason a 1958 quarter can still exist today, looking exactly as it did the morning it left the press. Then came 1982. The country had fallen into the worst recession since the Great Depression. Unemployment climbed. Factories shut their doors. Money was tight in every household, and the government cut costs wherever it could find them. So the Mint quietly suspended the annual uncirculated coin set. No sets in 1982. No sets in 1983. For 2 straight years, the machine that preserved perfect American coins simply stopped running. And it gets worse. Ordinary people were not saving rolls of new quarters either. When the minimum wage is $3.35 an hour, and you are worried about your job, you do not tuck away $10 in fresh quarters. You spend them. Collectors who had saved rolls in better years cracked them open and spent those too. The Mint did sell one thing that year. A little souvenir set in the gift shops at the Philadelphia and Denver Mints. $4 each. Sold only inside the building where those coins were made. You could not buy the Denver set in Philadelphia or the Philadelphia set in Denver. Roughly 15,000 of the Philadelphia sets went out the door. 15,000 against 673 million coins. So every other 1983p quarter did exactly what quarters do. It went into a cash register, into a pocket, into a vending machine, a parking meter, a laundromat coin slot. It got scratched, dinged, rubbed, and worn smooth by millions of hands. And that, right there, is the whole secret. This coin is not rare because of a mistake at the mint. There is no missing letter, no double date, no wrong metal. The 1983p quarter is what collectors call a condition-rarity. The coin itself is common as dirt. A perfect one is not. Grading companies score coins on a scale that climbs to 70. 65 is a gem, 66 is beautiful, and 67 is nearly flawless. The kind of coin that looks like it was struck this morning. For the 1983p, fewer than 500 coins are known at 66. At 67, the 2 largest grading companies combined have certified only about 53 examples in history. 53 out of 673 million. Now let us talk about money. A worn 1983 quarter from your change is worth 25 cents. A sharper one, clearly used but still crisp, might bring $1 or $2. At grade 66, the price leaps to around $100. And at 67, the coin transforms completely. One 1983p quarter graded 67 sold at auction for $2,596. Another brought $1,925. Same coin, same year, same mint. The only difference between 25 cents and $2,500 is how carefully somebody handled it. And then there is the strangest 1983 quarter of them all. Somewhere inside the Philadelphia Mint, a quarter got struck on top of something that had no business being there. An amusement arcade token. When the dies slammed down, the token took the design of a Washington quarter. but the old lettering underneath never vanished. You can still read the words pressed into the metal. This is my lucky day. That coin sold for $15,862.50. A quarter, carrying an accidental message about luck, worth a small fortune. You could not make that up. Which brings me to something I want from you. Right now, reach into your pocket, or your car, or that jar, and pull out one single quarter. Look at the date, just the date, then drop that year down in the comments. That is all. I want to see how many 1983s are still floating around out there, and I read every comment that comes in. I have a feeling a few of you are about to surprise me. Now let me be straight with you, the way I always am. Are you going to pull a $2,000 quarter out of your pocket tonight? Probably not. A coin that has been spent is a coin that has been damaged, even when your eye cannot see it. The great 1983 quarters are the ones that never circulated at all. But here is the part that matters. Those coins are still out there, in bank rolls nobody ever opened, in a Christmas jar sitting in somebody's attic, in a coffee can that a grandfather filled in the 80s and shoved to the back of a closet. Uncirculated 1983 quarters were almost never saved on purpose. They were saved by accident, and accidents keep turning up, so here's exactly what to look for. First, the date. You want 1983, and while you're at it, hang on to 1982 as well, because those quarters carry the exact same story. Second, the mint mark. Look at the front of the coin, just to the right of the ribbon tying Washington's hair. A P means Philadelphia. That is the one you want most. Third, and this is everything, judge the condition honestly. Look at Washington's cheek and at the hair just above his ear. Those are the highest points on the coin, and they always wear first. If they look flat and smooth with a dull sheen, that coin has been spent. Now tilt a good one under a lamp. If a soft band of light sweeps across the surface as you rotate it, that is original mint luster, and it tells you the coin never really circulated. That shine is the whole game. Fourth, flip it over and study the eagle. If you spot a thin raised line poking out of the eagle's beak, almost like the bird is spitting, you have a variety collector's nicknamed the spitting eagle. It carries a small premium in worn condition and hundreds of dollars in top shape. And whatever you do, never clean it. Do not polish it, wash it, or rub it with a cloth. One wipe can turn a $2,000 coin into a 25-cent coin. If your quarter looks like it rolled off the press yesterday, do not guess. Send it to PCGS or NGC and let them grade it properly. So, think about your own house tonight. Is there a coin jar somewhere from the 80s? A roll of quarters your parents pushed into a drawer? A piggy bank nobody has emptied in 40 years? Go and look. If you find a 1983 quarter that still holds that shine, photograph both sides and drop it in the comments. I will help you figure out what you have, and it costs you nothing. If this opened your eyes, subscribe and stay close, because the treasures I show you are not all sealed away in museums. Some of them are riding around in your pocket right now, so go get your change and start with the dates.